welcome guys. This is the second part of the last project which I have been working on, and the project is smart street light system using IoT. And in that project we are basically decoding a project smart highway, and for that we have already discussed the circuit diagram, and we have created this one. The IoT setup is ready. If you are not if you are joining right now, please watch the previous session first, because in that session I have already discussed this setup, this IoT setup, how I make the connections and everything from NodeMCU. Fine. And now let's see the working, and let's start from scratch how I have written this Arduino code so that we can connect to our Blink cloud. And from this is just the my mobile screen, and you can see here this is the dashboard on Blink and how this is working and how it's. Let's first see the demo of our application. As you can see here in the demo, let me check first if it's working. Yeah, it's fine. So as you can see here, this block is resembling the car. Fine. As the car passes by this, just and this whole IoT setup is just a resemblance of a electric pole, where this is the ultrasonic sensor which will help in detecting the car. This is the LED, which is basically the street light, the light on that electric pole. And the third one, this is the LDR sensor, which is present on the top of that electric pole, and for detecting when is the day, when is the night, so that it will turn on and off this bulb automatically. Fine. And this is the fourth component. This is also placed on the electric pole. This is the panic button. Basically this is the push button which will generate a push notification to our mobile application here, which is Blink IoT application, Blink IoT app. So we will see here, we will see also this, and this is the NodeMCU board, which is basically the IoT gateway which will help us in connecting to Blink IoT cloud. Fine. And let's see the demo. Okay, so initially for this electric pole there is no car there, and now as you can see here, the LED bulb and in the demo as well in the hardware setup, the LED is the brightness of LED turned down to 30% of its top value. Fine. And as a car passes, this will turn the LED to its 100% intensity. Fine. And this is the condition, and this brightness, as you can see now more clearly. Wait a minute first. Okay, as you can see now more clearly, as the car passes by through this ultrasonic sensor will detect this object and turn the brightness of this LED to 100%, that is full. And this whole condition is basically the night condition. The situation is that this lightning condition is basically for night, which I have assumed in this demo. Fine. And for the daylight, all these things will not work. All these things were off as we don't need these types of electric bulbs, or we don't need to turn on the street light at the daytime. So for the daytime, let me turn on the flash of my phone, so we can see here. Now we see here the in the demo the bulb is turned off, and in this application as well the LED bulb here is also turned off. Fine. So let's turn that off and discuss more thing about the project. Okay, and as it passes, as the object passes, it's turned down again. And you can also, in this project I have also used this slider. From using this slider you can control the brightness of that street light, of that street light, so that basically if there is no car in at night, so you can control the LED brightness. In the project I have discussed that we will fix it to 30%, but we have an option with blink to control this thing. So let me control. Now it's now 78. Let me increase it and give you some idea. As you have seen in the demo, the brightness increases. Let me increase it more. Yeah, it increases more in the demo. In this hardware setup, the LED's brightness is increasing. With the increase in this slider value, it's now 712. Fine. Let me check the session. Okay. And the same can be also seen on this LED bulb on the Blink IoT application as well. Fine. So this is the demo, this is the setup, this is the LDR value which is coming. This is basically the brightness. When this brightness surpasses the value of 580, like if we turn on this LED and this value surpasses 580, our LED turned off. This LED turned off. This LED as well, the hardware setup LED, both LEDs are turned off. And if we turn off this LED, this flash, it's back to its state. And you can also see here a button. This button will help us to switch off the whole project, switch off the street light anytime. And let me click on this button on our IoT application. Yeah, the bulb is turned off here, and the bulb is also turned off on the hardware setup as well. Fine. Let's turn it off again. Okay, and the last thing, this push button in the hardware setup, this one. Let me click on this and we will see. Okay, I think okay, as you can see here, panic button pressed, the push notification is generated and it's shown on the application as someone in danger presses the push button near that street pole, near that electric pole. This is the notification we can get on this application. Fine. Click on OK, and now we will discuss this code, how we are sending data and how this whole functionality works through the Arduino code. Fine. And this is the purpose of this session. Now let's start. So this is the Arduino code for that project, and let me turn off the setup. Fine. So as you can see here, this is not a big code. We can start from scratch as well, and in this session I will only discuss this Arduino code, and in next session I will discuss the application which I will build using Firebase authentication and Blink REST API. which will basically the IoT dashboard, basically the dashboard for the road transport department, so that they can control this whole thing from a web application end, because this application, this mobile application will not helpful for large number of electric poles, and we need to create a web application for that, and in next session we will create that. Let me discuss this code first. It's not that tough, so you can understand from here, and I will share this code in my GitHub repository, so you will see that, and you can change according to your purpose, and it's very easy. So from starting, we are importing 3 libraries: Blink, Serial, Serial ESP8266 Wi-Fi, and Blink Simple ESP8266.h. Fine. And this is the credential. You need to connect your Node MCU to Wi-Fi or any mobile hotspot, so that you can access internet and connect to Blink Cloud, because you are using Blink Cloud here, so you need to connect to cloud from internet, so you need internet connection. So let's check the circuit diagram, and we will see how we define pin there. And okay, this is the circuit diagram. So LED is connected to D5, the Node MCU D5 pin. Trigger pin is connected to D3, echo is D4. Trigger and echo are the pins of ultrasonic sensor. This is connected to D3 and this is D4. Fine. And apart from it, there is another Boolean variable detect. Fine. And we will use it later. Int intensity is equal to 1023. We will check this later. We are using here blink timer and blink LED. Blink LED is basically this one. This LED is called blink LED. This is the widget LED type. We are basically defining an object blink LED 1 of widget LED class, and after that let's jump to setup method, setup function. So in setup function we are defining the pins which are output and which are input. So LED is certainly output, trigger, echo, these are the ultrasonic pins. These are, one is trigger is output, echo is input. The button pin we are using here is input pull up. Why it is input pull up? Let's see the circuit diagram. Because we are using it with D7, and one end is with D7 and one end with ground. So this is the case, and we are basically making it always high. This D7 pin will send a always high signal, and as soon as the button pressed, a low signal, a ground signal will detected by D7, and as the ground signal detected, the button press action will be performed. Fine. So this is the main method here, blink.begin. So authentication, SSID and password. First you need to create a project in your Blink application. So for getting this authentication ID of Blink application, you need to start with your Blink you need to first download the Blink application on your Android or iOS, and after that you should start with, let me begin with here. So this is my Blink application on my Android device, and first you need to create a project. Create on new project and select your controller. You can select Node MCU or ESP8266, anything is fine. If anything is fine, and click on create. auth token was sent to the email ID. Fine, click on OK, and the project is created. Fine, and the authentication token is sent to my email ID, and after that you need to add widgets here. You can add widgets from, these are the widgets you can add. So I will explain everything from the project which I have already created, this one. Okay, so as you get the email ID on your, as you get the authentication ID, just put it here in the Arduino sketch in the above here. This is the field. Fine, and after that add some widgets, add these widgets, these are the widgets. Add a button to control, this is the button. Fine, you need to only aware of the fact that set output pins accordingly. These are the very important thing, set it very properly. Fine, this is the LED. Let's add something so that we can get a small idea how it's working. So here a LED, new LED is added. Click on it, select a pin, virtual, V4, V3, V4. V4 is not used yet, so click on OK here, and you have completed your setting. And how you use this LED in your Arduino sketch, click on the I button and you will get this small tutorial, and this is quite helpful. And in this project I have used this because basically I am working on the PWM, basically pulse width modulation of the LEDs, the LED, red LED. So, and we can control the LED of this blink application by PWM using this function. Like you need to first define a widget LED1 V1 and LED 1 या 2 dot set value. This is the method in Arduino sketch. You know there is a function called analog write, digital write and analog write. Using analog write you can write values from 0 to 1023, and from here in blink application you can use that analog feature by set value. Fine, set value 0 to 255. As you can see, all values between 0 and 255 will change LED brightness, and we want to control the brightness in this project. So this is quite helpful. So and you can control it by pressing on the widget and resizing this. You can resize it. Fine. So this is how you delete the widget. And similarly I have added a button, a gauge and a slider, and I have set pins, as the pins are V1 for LED, the button V2 which will turn on and off our whole street light system, V2, and this is LDR V0. This will detect the daylight and the brightness of day and night, so that we can differentiate or distinguish between them. And this is the fourth widget is our slider, which will help us in setting up the brightness of the LED when no car is there at night situation. Fine, let me check the session if it's working clearly. Okay, and the fourth widget, this is quite important one. This one is for the push notification, this widget. So this is also very easy to add here. Click on notification and this widget is added, and you don't need to set any settings or anything. It is not connected to any pin. All you need to do here is, as you can see in this Arduino sketch, notify on button press. you are seeing, you are as you can see in this method, if button is pressed, blink dot notify panic button pressed. This is a single line to send a push notification to your blink application. Fine. So as you put your authentication ID here, then after this is SSID and password, the router ID SSID which I have already defined, SSID and password. This is the Wi-Fi name and password which you want to connect your NodeMCU to, and this is the timer dot set interval. For every 2 seconds, 2000 L is long value, update chart function will be called. The function name is just a random name. I have not it's not signifying anything. So this is the function which is very important one. So trigger radar function is returning the distance which is calculated by ultrasonic sensor, and let's see the trigger radar. Its trigger radar function, it is using trigger pin and echo pin of ultrasonic and getting the distance, and this distance is returned to this D variable, and the brightness is calculated on analog pin A0 since A0 is connected to the LDR sensor. Fine. So after that, if D is less than 10, that is car is detected. Before this, the first if condition is if brightness is less than 580 and detect. Fine. Brightness is less than 580 is the condition when it's night. Fine. And detect. What is detect? As you all know, in this loop method, let me check. In this loop method, blink dot run will run all its methods. And what are the methods of blink? These are the methods: blink write and blink read. I have not used blink read in this sketch, but there is a method. So these method will repeatedly looping. So if you want to send data from your blink application to your hardware end, you can use blink write. Fine. So I am sending data, I am sending the intensity, I am sending this, I am sending the button. As you see here, this button, if this button will turn on, then this whole setup, this street light system will work, this button. And if this button is in off state, if this button is in off state, let me check. Yeah, so if this button is off state, everything is working fine, our street light system will work fine. And if we turned it on, the parameter as the we will get a 1 in this field, param as int. Fine. And in this field we will get 1, the application will send 1, and if pin value is equal to 1, we will define a variable globally detect, we will make it false. Fine. And this false is used right in the timer, this update chart. In this update chart, as you can see here, brightness and detect, that is if the brightness is less than 580, that is it's night condition. The condition is that it is the not daytime, it's night. And detect is also true, that is the button is not pressed, this button is also not pressed. So we will go inside this and check if D is less than 10, that is the car is detected. If the distance of ultrasonic sensor, some object is placed a distance less than 10, then this thing will be executed. Analog write LED 1 1023, that is brightness will be full, and blink 1, and the second one, as I have already discussed in this application, the brightness of this LED is also 255, that is full. And in rest of the cases, if there is no car at the night, if there is no car, so if there is no car analog write is 30% of the full intensity, that is 30% of 1023. So you know the, if you know this function analog write, you will know that in here first parameter is the pin, and the second parameter is the intensity, which will lie between 0 to 1023. And here we are just multiplying 0.3, that is 30%, that is 30 upon 100, that is 0.3 into intensity. Intensity is the field which is also coming from our application right here, blink right. It's another method which is running on v3 pin. Fine, this one slider, click on it. Yeah, v3, this is running on v3. And as we set this thing, okay, let me turn on this and set it. Fine, as we set this thing, we will get this function will be called, and the intensity will be changed to that value between 0 to 1023, and this intensity will be multiplied with 0.3, that is 30% of the full intensity. Or we can say, or you can also change it to just intensity, it will be also good. And also remove 0.3 here too. And in initial state, define this as this intensity is the global variable. Define this intensity in initial state as 1023 into 0.3 into 0.3, which equals, I think it's around 300.